Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another video, and today I will be checking out a new track from To The Grave. I'm very stoked to check this out. It's off of Director's Cut, which will be out on February 24th. That is their upcoming album. Red Dot Sight is another single. I think that was the first single. There have been three, Acts of Kindness being the second. Red Dot Sight ended up with one of my favorite choruses of the entire year last year. I'm very much anticipating this album, so we'll be checking out Cut Off the Head today. I will link any sort of pre-order links, promotional links for To The Grave, the music video I'll be using in the reaction, all of that in the description. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. If this has that melodic feel that Red Dot Sight had, I don't know, man. This album is... that is beefy. Hit me with it. To The Grave, Cut Off the Head, let's discuss. Red Dot Sight is still my favorite of these singles, and I'm not quite sure when I try to compare to my favorite song historically with To The Grave, which would be Miserable Summer. They just have such different qualities that are appealing to me that it's very hard for me to compare the newer singles to the stuff that I really dug off of like Epilogue and that this is a noticeable change in direction. I mean, when you listen to the end of this song and everything, and you hear the squeals, it's still got the To the Grave sound, but they've taken on a much more melodic approach, which for me, that's a win. I think I've at least have a better chance of overall on this album replaying a lot more of the songs than I did with Epilogue, and I think for some people it's probably going to be the opposite, like people who were diehard Epilogue fans, and that this may be a bit of an adjustment for them, especially going into the third single scene. And okay, like this feels noticeably different for To the Grave. Personally, with my taste and stuff, I'm very much a fan of it, because the group, first of all, in this track, as soon as you get smacked with that intro, I mean, yeah, there is groove here. There is. It's just, I guess it seems more refined to me than some of the stuff on Epilogue did, or I'm not even sure refined is the right way. I guess I just am more appealed to like having like those deep grooves, those big moments. Also, they said To the Grave in this song, and that very much made my brain happy. I love stuff like that. The lyrics were very interesting to me. Deathcore is dead, and then if you read through it, like, it's very obviously, I mean, it could be related to what we're hearing in their sound change. It almost seems like it does speak to that. So I found that to be really interesting. If you read through all the way to the lyrics, wow, those, it's not the order in which I wanted to say those words. The lyrics are pissed, and they almost could, I mean, it may be reaching to, like, you know, lyrics are written by somebody who knows what was going on. But I mean, Deathcore is Dead is pretty much straightforward. I mean, this is still very obviously deathcore, but with them having the sound change, reading some of these verses about like the verse that said, I read through the lyrics, something about their feet, like they're feeding on my meat or something like that. It was like, huh, okay, this could be related to like what we're hearing differently, but like I said, for me, this has it. At the same time, as you get that melodic feel, where it's I'm not sure if it's a big contrast thing for me or what, but more melodic deathcore, that's what tends to hit for me best. Lance Prince on the mix, which he works with. Alpha Wolf is a good example. He's branching out and working with more bands, but I love this mix. I love this sound, and I feel like it's gonna be a noticeable difference again from Epilogue for people, but it all comes back down to what you prefer in your style and stuff. And for me, Lance is one of those bigger names, like Buster Oldholm, Jonathan Dolise, Lance Prince would be the ones that are like big names for me. I love seeing their names on anything on the production, mix, mastering end, and I think their work is like a noticeable sound that you can really pick out when they work with bands. Not that all the bands they work with sound the same. I'm always trying to be really clear about that, but their touch on stuff is noticeable, which I feel like is really cool, and something that I'm trying to look more into, what sort of qualities or aspects can be heard, and like what adds to that, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'm really keen to see how this full album will play out, because it's looking like, based off of the singles, this will be my favorite thing that To the Grave has done yet in full, because there hasn't been a single yet that I have disliked or that hasn't really gone on the playlist for me. I've just been really enjoying this album. So along with like the obvious, Invent Animate will likely be my album of the year, but we have stuff like Graphic Nature, To the Grave. Those two will be big for me, very anticipated. I'm curious to see come end of the year where it all plays out for me, because looking very promising. So anyway, I'm a huge fan of this. I think Red Dot Sight is still my favorite, which is interesting because after some talk with people who like exactly what I'm talking about with some of my friends who really dug Epilogue, they did not like Red Dot Sight, and I was like, that's my favorite. And then for me, I'm just like, So I find it interesting. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about these singles, what your favorite has been, all of that good stuff. I will link the music video I used in this reaction, as well as any pre-order links for Director's Cut, all of the social media for To The Grave, all that stuff will be in the description of this video. You can also find my Linktree there, which will have the Patreon, which I rolled out recently and have been working on. Thank you so much to everybody who has signed up. I've got a lot more content coming. I've had a ton of fun working on it, so more stuff to come. The Discord server invite is also in that Linktree. That is where the community for my YouTube channel is based. We've got a lot of really wonderful people in there. We've got music-related conversation, a conversation that's unrelated to music, just channels to chat, to share, a bunch of stuff. So if you're interested in coming to join, check that out. That will be there, as well as any other link that you may need related to my channel. It's all in the Linktree. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.